Namaste, everybody. Welcome to another chair yoga, a 30-minute chair yoga class that's been designed for the local senior center. I'd encourage anyone to give it a try, especially if you have a desk job where you have to sit in a chair for a long time. I actually had some downtime at work over the weekend and kind of ran through the class, and I got to tell you, it just makes you feel so much better. You feel more energized, your mood improves. So yes, it is designed for seniors, but you can adapt it for your lifestyle and your practice, and it should feel good. So to begin, we'll sit upright in the chair, making sure our spine is long. Check your posture, that your shoulders come directly above your hips. Take a peek down at your feet. Make sure they're not all cockeyed and crooked. You want your heels to be right below your knees. Excuse me while I wave away the mosquitoes. I just turned my thermocell on. Anyway, so yeah, check your alignment. Make sure you're sitting tall in your chair, and then take a deep breath and close your eyes. You can experiment with your hands a little bit. Maybe take them so that they're palm up on your thighs. It's a more receptive posture. You may want to stretch them out to the sides and just relax them with the palms facing forward and slightly up. If this feels too open for you today, maybe try taking your palms together at your heart center in prayer pose or Anjali Mudra. This particular hand positioning really kind of helps alleviate anxiety, decrease stress. So pick your comfort zone for today. I'm going to have my palms resting face up on my thighs, and just continue with deepening your breath. Breathe in as fully as you can and exhale completely. You may want to get into these deep breaths gradually and find your comfort limit. If at any time it starts to feel like you're having a hard time breathing, just back off, breathe normally. But if you can find that nice, slow, steady, even deep breathing, you'll gain some benefit from that. While we work on our breathing, I wanted to just take a minute to think about change. We're at the end of summer up here in the Northern Hemisphere, and going from late summer into fall is always a time of turbulence, it seems. The days get shorter, the nights get cooler, which may feel great for somebody, but it's not quite what our bodies are used to. And we do have reactions to that, emotional reactions that can affect our mood, make us a little more uncertain feeling, a little irritable sometimes, who knows. But what we can do is come back to the breath. When times of change come, and it maybe throws off our balance a little bit, we can switch gears. Instead of becoming reactionary, we can take control just a little bit by taking a deep breath. Breathing in deep and letting it go. It kind of switches us back to our parasympathetic nervous system. Breathing in deep, exhaling fully, it brings calm, slows things down, it helps us adapt. Just take a couple more deep breaths like this. And then open your eyes, take your hands out to the side and inhale the arms up and release. Now this class is going to be a little bit differently than usual. Last class was a little challenging, so I thought I'd kind of balance things out by making this more of a comfort class. What we're going to do is we're going to do a head to toe stretching. It's going to feel great. We'll wake up all our joints, get our muscles fired up, but in a nice, gentle, easy manner. So let's begin by tipping the chin up, only as far as feels comfortable, and then it come down towards the chest. Lifting up the chin again, and then let it come down towards the chest. This time, take the head to neutral, take the fingers to the back of the neck, and then lift the chin up as you pull the fingers forward. And then take the head down to the chest, maybe take the fingers to the back of the head, and just kind of move back and forth just a little bit, just where it feels good. And then come back to neutral. We'll take the head towards the left shoulder, your ear towards your left shoulder. You can feel a nice stretch here. You might want to take your fingers and kind of just release those muscles. And then back to neutral. And then again, take your right ear toward the right shoulder. Rub those muscles, just pull them down nice and gentle. And then back to neutral. This time we're going to take the left hand up and over and just gently guide your head down, just adding a little bit of weight. And then come back up. Hey, Olaf. Good boy. Other side, take the fingers up, let the head guide down. All right. And back to neutral. Come over here. Good boy. He does like to join us in the yoga class outside. Good boy. All right, lay down. Come on, lay down. Okay, where are we? So we're working on the head and neck. We're going to turn and look over our left shoulder. You don't really have to force it here. Just go as far as feels comfortable and then come back to neutral. And then turn towards the left shoulder. Come back to neutral. One more time towards the right. I'm sorry, the other right. That would be the left. Back to center. And then look over the right shoulder one more time. Let's go back to up and down for a minute, lifting the chin up. See if you can really just relax the back of the neck. I don't know if you feel comfortable. If you don't have any tight spots, maybe just let it go back and forth a little bit. And then return to neutral. One more time, taking the chin down to the chest. Back and forth a little bit if that feels right for you. And then lifting back to neutral. Okay, let's roll the shoulders up and back. And up and back. Let's take the arms forward, up and back. Really pinch the shoulder blades together. Forward, up and back. That feels great. Take the arms back and up and forward. And one more time, back, up and forward. Stick your arms out to a T. We're going to rotate the thumbs up and see if we can keep rotating so the pinkies come up. Everybody's got a different range of motion here. And then come back to palms down and then take the thumbs down, rotating forward. See how far those thumbs can go towards the back. And then take it back to neutral. Let's go out and up, breathing in and release. Okay, let's take the elbows, rotate it so your palms are out and up. And then bend the elbows in and open them. Bend the elbows in and up and rotate your wrists around both directions a couple times. And then extend and rotate your fingers and your wrists around. And then bend the elbows so the hands come in towards the shoulders. Rotate your wrists around in both directions. See how that feels. And then flex them back as you open up. Wiggle those fingers. Okay, I think we got the upper areas pretty good. Let's work on the spine. Maybe take your feet just a hair wider. Take your hands to your knees. Hinge forward at the hips, but your spine is straight and long. We're going to pull the heart forward. We'll do some cat-cows here. And then round the spine. Make a big C shape with your spine. Once again, pull forward. Heart goes forward. And then round back. Coming forward, lifting the heart up and rounding back. This time we're going to lift the hands. We're going to come forward, take the hands up like we do for Chaturanga, and then lift the heart upwards this time. Pinch those shoulder blades together really strong. And then round. One more time. Lift the hands, pinch the shoulder blades together, lift the heart forward and up. And then round. Come back to a neutral spine. Let's work on stretching our spine in the sideways feels. Goodbye, Olaf. Take the feet a little bit wider just for stability. I like to take my forearm to my thigh, but you can use your hand to leave that there. Take the other arm up and over, stretching that left hand way over to the right. Ground down in the left hip bone as you reach up through the side body and return. Same thing other side, left forearm to left thigh. The right hand comes up and over. Just really get a nice long stretch here. grounding down in this hip bone, the sit bone, so that you can get a nice stretch from the hip through the armpits, up to the fingers, and release. Let's go sideways again, up and over towards the right. See how that feels. See if you get a little deeper and come back. Up and over towards the left. Just nice and slow, gentle stretching. Okay. So we've gotten our spine side to side, forward and back. Let's see if we can do a little spiraling twist. Bring your feet back in. You can cross at the ankles here. You might want to cross at the knee, or maybe take and make a figure 4 out of your leg if you want to add a little hip action before we get to the hips. I think today I am going to just go with crossing the ankles. You're going to take your right hand to your left knee on the outside, get tall, and then twist. We're going to hold these twists a little longer. Rather than going in and out and in and out, let's just sit up tall, spiral around, and slowly deepen the twist. Nice deep breathing here. You can feel your upper chest rise. And you should be able to feel your belly expand a little bit too when the breaths are really deep. Even when our lungs are a little bit rotated, we still can find great places to move air. A little bit deeper if you can, if it feels right. And then super slowly unwind, just because we're in that for such a long time. Change the cross of your ankles or your knee, wherever you're at. And you might want to try something different on this side if you got like one hip bugging you one way or one thing feeling another way. And then again, get tall, take your left hand outside the right knee, have your spine be nice and straight, and then rotate around that axis. Once again, start slow, don't go so deep until you start to become acclimated to the twist. And then when you're ready to go a little deeper, just give a little pressure on that hand against the knee. Try looking over that back shoulder. Nice, slow, deep breathing here. Keep it calm, keep it steady, keep it comfortable. Nice, deep breath, real deep twist here. As deep as feels good for you. Enjoy this moment. Enjoy the fact that you're taking care of your body by going through these stretches. And then super slow, unwind till you're back to center. Kind of just give yourself a wiggle to help align everything back up. Oops, excuse me. Okay, let's uncross our feet. Let's work on the pelvis a little bit more. Guess we can do that just by kind of like cat-cows, but instead of focusing on the whole spine, just work on like the lower spine and the hips. So kind of rounding and pushing forward. Maybe we want to bend forward a little bit more. We get more range of motion on that pelvis. Curling back, straight spine, bend forward. Curling back, so you're tucking the pelvis under. Really tighten those lower abs. Come back to straight and hinge forward at the hips. See if you can fold maybe a little deeper. Your feet can be nice and wide here to give you a strong base of support. Rise up one more time. Curl, tuck that pelvis under, tighten the abs, kind of clench everything in there. And then sit up straight, hinge forward at the hips with a nice straight spine. Okay, come on back up. We have started on the hips just a little bit with that pelvic twist, but we're going to include them a little bit more now. So if you can lift up your left leg, maybe grabbing under the thigh, or maybe you can take your fingers around the outside of your shin and then squeeze it in. See how that feels. And then let it go. Let's do that with the other side. Lift up from either under the thigh, or maybe your fingers can wrap around the front and you can squeeze it in. That feels great. Or it doesn't. I don't know. It feels good for me. Hope it feels good for you too. If it doesn't, you know, that's a good sign to back off a little bit and just take it easier. Let's take up the left leg again. And this time we're going to open it out to the side and set it down. We're going to have a straight spine. Take our hands to our knees and hinge forward at the hips. And come back up. We're going to lift up that leg, pull over and back in. Lifting up on the right leg, whichever way works for you. And then take it out wide to the side of the chair. Set it down, straight spine. Take your hands to your knees and hinge forward at the hips. See how that feels. Come on, back up, nice and slow, and gently bring that back in. Let's take up the left leg. Hug it in, bring it out to the side. Let's take the other leg, hug it in, out to the side. So I don't know how wide you like to have your feet, but you do want to make sure it's not so wide that you lose the steadiness and soundness of your base. And then we'll hinge forward again at the hip, straight spine, coming down through the center, rising up, taking the left leg back in, taking the right leg back in. We are making progress. Let's do a little core while we're here. We can mix in our core strengthening with our knees, ankles, and toes. Head, shoulders, and yeah, anyway. So lean back in your chair, keep your spine straight, engage your abs. You should be able to feel them tensing right through here. And then we're going to lift the left leg just at the knee and bend. Lift that foot and bend. Other side, lift and bend. Lift the foot and bend. Hold on to that chair. Lift both feet up and bend the knees. One more time. Lift both feet up. Let's do some ankle circles here. Couple in one direction, couple in the other direction, and then set the feet down. Sit up straight for a moment. Take a deep breath in and let it go. All right, hinge back, grabbing onto your chair, tightening that core. If you want a little extra core workout, just have your hands free. Lift both feet up. Let's do ankle circles again, both directions. And then let's wiggle our toes a little bit. Take our feet back and forth, wiggle the toes along with it, and set the feet down. Okay, did we miss anything? I think we've got all of our joints. So what we'll do next is we're going to stand up, come around to the back of the chair, and we'll do some calf raises, and that will lead us into our tree pose next after that. So just rest your hands lightly on the back of your chair. Make sure your feet are separated about hip width apart, and then come up on your toes. And then come down nice and slow. Push up on your toes and lower down slowly. Lift up and come down. If you want to try a little more challenging, take your hands out the side, lift up and come down slowly. Lifting up again. It's so good to have balance and strength. Let's just hold up on our toes. Your hands can remain on the chair or come out to the side, maybe one of each, and lower down. One more time, let's lift and hold. Anytime we're balancing like this, we are working on driving that calcium into the bones, making our bones stronger. Nice deep breaths here. Tight core if you feel wobbly. And release. Let us work on our tree pose. We'll continue with our balancing. Come over to the left side of your chair and ground down in that right foot. That's going to be your standing tree leg. We'll get light in the left and open it out to the side. Got several options here. Your toe can remain on the ground and steady your heel against your shin. If you want to take it a little higher, you can, you want to take the shoe off. You can press your foot against your calf. You can even take it way up on your thigh. Totally up to you. See how you're feeling today. Taking that left arm out and up, tightening your core. If you're feeling steady here, try lifting the other arm up. Nice, strong tree pose. If you feel wobbly, that's perfectly okay. Your ankle should be going back and forth a little bit. That's how it works to maintain your balance. Nice deep breaths in and out. Let's take our hands back down, release the foot, and come to the other side. Okay, we're tree pose on the left. The right, sorry. Grounding down in your left foot. That will be your tree's trunk. Get light in the left and open out the hip. Again, find your position, and it may be different on this side. That's perfectly okay. I'm going to take mine up to the calf again. That's where I'm feeling good today. Shoulders are broad, core is tight, and the arm comes out to the side, nice and slow and steady. You can even rest your hip against that chair if that feels right for you. If you want to try taking the other arm up, go ahead, tighten the core, slow the breath, take your gaze off into the distance. Find a drishti point, it's called. Your gaze is just focus on a steady point, soft, slightly blurred gaze really, just into the distance. Again, you may feel wobbling. That is totally normal. That's your body doing what it's supposed to do. If you fall down, you go back up. Or you fall out, not fall down, please. Take the hand back down. Lower the other hand. Put your shoe back on and shake it out. Okay, we're doing great. Let's do some sun salutations. I don't know why I keep always coming back to this side of the chair. But it really doesn't matter which side of the chair you're on for this. We can do both left and right from the same position. What we're going to do is stand with our feet about 6 inches to a foot from the chair. Stand tall, ground down in both feet for mountain pose, Tadasana. Roll your shoulders up and back. This will take your palms pointing forward slightly. Close your eyes for 1 second if you feel steady on your feet, and take a deep breath in and exhale. Open the eyes, inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold, palms come to the seat of the chair. You can deepen your fold by bending your elbows, taking your forehead closer to the chair. Lift up to a nice flat back here. Step the right foot back, followed by the left, and then stretch the hips back, high and up. Let that heart center come towards the ground, opening those shoulders. You could feel a nice hamstring stretch here. And we're going to push up onto our toes, forward to the chair. The shoulders come over the wrists. If you want to bend a little bit in the elbows, you can do your chaturanga here. But now let's go back to a nice straight plank pose. Step the right foot forward, followed by the left. Bend the knees so you can arch the back, lifting the heart forward and up for cobra pose. And then round the spine, lifting up one vertebrae at a time. Take the shoulders up and back, and you're back in mountain pose. Let's do it with the other foot leading. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Palms come to the chair. Take the fold as deep as feels right for you. Lifting up to a flat back. Step the left foot back, followed by the right. Lift the hips high, stretch back. Keep the legs straight if you can. You can bend the knees if that's not comfortable. But get that nice deep stretch. Let the heart flow towards the ground. Downward facing dog. Push up onto your toes. Let your shoulders come over your wrists. Tight core for plank pose. Nice deep breaths in your plank. And we can lower down for chaturanga, but only if that feels good for you, really. Bend the elbows just a little bit. Come down and push back up. Step your left foot forward. And then your right. Bend the knees just a little bit so you can arch your back in a nice back bend, lifting the heart forward and up for baby cobra. And then round it all up, coming one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders come up and back, and we're back in mountain pose. Okay, we're doing great. Let's sit in the chair one more time. And what we'll do, and I'm sorry I have no idea like what time it is. I usually have a clock set off to the side, but it seems to not be working right. So we'll do our building sequence. It's going to be a little gentler than usual. We have 3 main steps with some just multiple poses. I think only one pose that's kind of new to what we've been going through. It'll be fun. It'll be gentle. Okay. Sit tall. Take a deep breath in and let it go. We're in our mountain pose, the chair version. Take our hands out to the side. Inhale up. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips for a chair pose. Reach forward and up. Nice tight core here, strong back muscles. See how high you can lift those hands. See if you can get your biceps by your ears. And then rise up. We're going to take our feet wide. Maybe slide forward to the tip end of the chair a little bit more and tip our feet towards the right. The right hand comes down, the left hand reaches up for triangle pose. Nice deep breath here. Your gaze can be up at your thumbnail. It can be down towards the ground or neutral, whatever feels right for you. Take both hands up and bring it all in. Let's repeat that for the other side. Realign your chair, your mountain pose, and sit still. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips, reaching. Grounding down on both feet strong, but reaching up towards the sky with those hands. See if you can get your biceps by your ears. Do they go that far? And then rise up. Again, take your feet out wide. See if you can tip your toes towards the left. And then take that left hand down, reach the right hand up towards the sky. And this is our triangle pose. Bring the arms back up. Bring everything back in towards center. We're going to be adding on a reverse warrior, the same side angle variation we did last time, and then our old friend warrior two. So we've got our steady seat. We inhale up, hinge forward as we exhale. Inhale and breathe deep and strong pose here, and rise up. Take both feet wide, tip the toes towards the right. Oh, excuse me, got an itch. And then take that right hand down, reach the left hand up, triangle pose. And then both hands are up. We're going to lift up that right leg, just like we did when we were warming up, and bend the knee, take it out to the side. If you want to take your left foot out, back a little bit more, you can, wherever is comfortable and strong feeling for you. Reach tall here, take the left hand down to the left leg, arch it back. Reverse warrior, beautiful arch here. Take the hands up. Now the right hand's going to come down inside the right knee, and we're going to kind of spin the chest upward as we slide the hand down. That left hand still stays tall, reaching for the sky or the ceiling if you're indoors. Bring it back up and extend your arms to a T. Sorry, I've just lost my English language entirely. Gaze over the right middle finger off into the distance, like we do when we're balancing. Find that drishti point. Breathe in and breathe out. Take the palms into center. This is our Anjali Mudra. Let's keep our legs here. If you feel steady, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and let it go. Breathe in one more time, real deep, and let it go. Open the eyes, let it all come back in. And we will do it on the other side. Inhale up. Hinge forward. Exhaling, Utkatasana, chair pose. Reach, nice strong pose here. And then raise up. Take your feet out wide, both directions, and tip them towards the left. Left hand comes down, right hand reaches up to the sky, triangle pose. And then take your hands up. This time we're lifting the left thigh up, taking it out, bending it. You might want to, again, adjust this foot so that it's comfortable either by bringing it in or extending it further out. So here we are. We're going to go into reverse warrior. This left hand stays high. The right hand comes down the right leg, stretching up, arching back. Nice graceful move here. Breathing in and breathing out. Lift both arms up. Take the left hand inside the left knee. Slide it down. See if you can rotate your chest open towards the sky. As far as that left hand goes, that's fine. Stretch the right hand up. There's a side angle pose variation. Take both hands up and out to a T for warrior two. The gaze once again is distant over the middle finger. Olaf still with us. Nice deep breaths for warrior two, and then take the palms towards the heart center. Anjali Mudra. Breathing in deep, close your eyes, and exhale. One more time, breathe in deep, and exhale. Okay, open the eyes, take everything back in towards center. We'll do it to the other side. We're gonna add on a new pose. It's gonna be a revolved side angle pose, and it can be deep, but we'll just go as deep as is comfortable. Check your posture, make sure your mountain pose in the chair is solid, and inhale the arms up. Olaf, come here, puppy. Mailman might be here. Anyway, hinge forward at the hips, Utkatasana. Chair pose. Enjoy this now because it's a little bit more challenging when we're standing. And raise up. Take both feet out wide. Turn the toes toward the left. And take the hand down. I'm going to pause the video here because the dog's barking and a train is coming. So, okay, we left off in triangle pose towards the right. I checked to peek the video time. I guess this is going a little bit long too. I got to work on that. So anyway, 30-minute plus. So anyway, triangle pose. And then both arms come up. Gotta recapture my thoughts here. We're going to take the right thigh, bring it up and out the side as we get ready for our reverse warrior pose. Left hand comes down to the left leg, arch it up and back. Beautiful pose. And then the arms come up. Take your right hand down inside the right knee and see if you can kind of rotate the spine so the heart comes up as the hand goes down the leg, but still reaching up. So you're reaching up as you're reaching down for side angle pose. Take the arms up and extend to a T. Gaze over the right middle finger. Breathe in deep and release. Take your palms together at the heart center. Anjali Mudra. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Breathe in deep one more time. Close your eyes just once more and let it go. Open the eyes. We're going to pivot towards the bent knee. So we're rotating our palms. Now they're right over our right knee and reach the arms up. This may be enough of a twist for you and you can stay right here. If you want to take it deeper, you're going to reach up with your right hand. Take your left hand down outside that bent knee. And if you feel like you want to go deeper, rotate, sliding the left hand down the right leg and see if you can twist open towards the back of the chair. If it's hard with your arm up, you can take it to your hip and maybe you can slide down a little bit deeper. And then maybe take the arm back up. From here, we're going to slowly unwind, take everything forward, extend everything wide in all directions. Star pose feels great. And then bend the knees, take the hands to the knees and hinge forward to the hips for a nice wide legged supported forward fold. Excuse me. Rise back up, arms up, legs come in, palms touch and come back to the heart center. Deep breaths. We're done on this side. Okay, open the eyes, take the palms out. We will do the same thing to the left, inhaling up. Exhale, hinge forward at the hips for chair pose, reaching tall. Nice deep breaths in our chair pose and then rise up. Take the legs wide, tip the toes towards the left. Left hand comes down, right hand reaches up, triangle pose. And then both hands come up. That right foot stays where it is. Lift the left thigh, bend the knee, take it out to the side. Gonna reach up with the left hand, down with the right. Arch it back, reverse warrior. And then come on back up. Take the left hand inside the left knee. Spin the heart up as you take the hand down, reaching up and down at the same time. And then take both arms up. Extend them to a T, looking off to the distance, warrior two pose. Nice straight spine, not leaning forward, not leaning back. Nice, straight, and steady. Living in the moment, staying present. And then take the palms into the heart center, close your eyes, and take a deep breath. After you let it go, breathe in deep one more time. And exhale. Open the eyes. We're going to pivot that prayer towards the bent knee. You might want to slide back on that hip just a little bit. Again, this might be a deep enough twist for you, but if you want to add on, raise the arms up. See how that feels and see if you want to take it any deeper. You can reach up with the left hand, down with the right. If you can take your hand outside that left knee, that's great. If not, that's also great. And then if you want to go on, slide that hand down. Really open your heart toward the back of your chair. You can take your hand to your hip if that feels better for you. and might help you open your chest. Otherwise, you can keep your hand up and see how far down you can go. You might not even want to, or you might want to go all the way. Who knows? Find your best spot. Unwind, unwrap, take it forward. Everything comes out wide. Star pose, stretch. Feels great. And then take your hands in down to your knees. Pull your feet in, straight spine. Hinge forward at the hips. Forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Feels good. Inhale deep and exhale. Come on back up, arms up. Feet come in, palms touch, and take it to the heart. Close your eyes, breathe deep, and release. Okay, take hands down, open your eyes. That was great. Hopefully a little more gentle than last time, right? Coming up to stand, we'll do the whole sequence standing. And if that's too much for you, you're welcome to take it in your chair and do it that way, or just, take a little walk around the block. Who knows? Whatever works for you. Stand tall, find mountain pose, Tadasana, standing mountain pose. Inhale the arms up. And then exhale, sit in Utkatasana, chair pose. You can sit in your chair, but if you want to tough it out, get that core exercise, just bend the knees deep, hover, and be strong. Tighten core. Depends on if you're going easy on yourself today or if you're giving a workout. Rise up. Take your feet wide. You're going to tip your toes. Your right toe is going to point towards the right. Right hand comes down and dip down. Let the hips kick over to the side. Keep this underside long. Don't crunch it up. And breathe. Triangle pose. Come on back up. Both arms come up. Bend that knee. Bend that right knee. You might want to step your feet wider even. You might not. And then take the left hand to the left thigh. Reach up. Arch back. Reverse warrior. A little deeper if you want. And then straighten it up. Gonna reach up with the left hand. Take the right hand inside the right knee. And let it go down as far as is comfortable. Opening the heart to the sky. Bring it back up. Warrior two. Deep breath in, warrior two. And let it go. Take your palms in. Nice deep breath. Anjali Mudra. And release. We're going to pivot towards that bent knee. You might want to come onto the ball of your back foot. You might like your heel down if that feels more stable for you. Find out what your body needs. We're going to revolve the side angle pose. This might be enough, or you might want to reach up. If you feel comfortable, take your left hand down, either on the knee or outside, and see if you can spin your heart towards the back while reaching up to the sky. Once you've had enough, bring it up, take it all forward, star pose. I can always see that happily. Take your hands to the hips, hitch forward for a wide-legged forward fold. Come on back up, arms up. Take the feet together and release. Bravo. Let's do it to the other side, and then we'll wrap it up. Where am I going? Okay, inhale up. Exhale, hinge into Utkatasana, chair pose, and reach and rise up. Take the feet wide for triangle pose. Point the toes toward the left. Left hand comes down. Kick the hips over as you reach up for triangle. Both hands come up. You're going to bend that left knee. Maybe take your feet wider if that feels good for you. And then you're going to reach up with your left, come down with your right, arch it back, reverse warrior. Reach both hands up. Take the left hand inside the left knee. Slide it down. See how deep you want to go. Reaching up with the right hand. Look at the sun. Don't look at the sun. Take both arms up. Take your arms out to a T. Enjoy your warrior pose. Warrior two. Breathing in and breathing out. Have your palms come in towards center and take a deep breath here. You may want to leave your eyes open since your feet don't have a most stable base. And nice deep breaths. You're going to take that prayer and pivot it toward that leg. Again, you might want to turn your back foot, come on the ball of your foot, or maybe leave it down. Up to you, wherever you feel good. And then reach the prayer up. Your twist might be deep enough here, or you might want to try, take your right hand outside your left knee. If that twist is deep enough, stop here, or maybe try to go a little deeper. Absolutely up to you. See what feels good. Wherever you're at, come on up, face forward. Your arms are extended, your feet are extended, start pose, and then dive down. Take your hands to your hips and fold. Nice straight spine the whole time. Only go as deep as feels good. And then rise up, hands up, feet together, palms touch, and come back to the heart center. Namaste. All right, let's just sit down for a quick Shavasana. I think we've done a nice feel-good class here. So sit in the back of your chair, tuck your shoulder blades out, roll your shoulders up and back so your shoulder blades tuck in. Let your hands relax, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Again, breathe in deep and let it go. Take a moment just internally to thank yourself for doing this yoga practice, for taking care of your body, for caring enough to strengthen and stretch and balance. These things are also good for you. You can take a moment to listen to the cicadas and the crickets. Breathe in deep and let it go. Always come back to the breath when things start changing and things become challenging and we find ourselves getting tempted or irritable or whatever. Come back to the breath. Be proactive with your breathing practice. Take control of yourself and breathe deep. Let's open our eyes and sit up tall. We'll share one deep breath together before we go. Inhale up, palms touch, and exhale. Namaste. Thank you. We're done. That was great.